Signal Chasers.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Signal Chasers. So, everything's going good here. Got our solar thing, twitching happily. Got our survival kit still. Our sort of wireframe structure for a quote-unquote ship. Someone blew up the mountainside. Yeah, so I joined back in. This is actually, I think I checked in it a couple days ago, just to make sure that the base was still here and hadn't been looted. And I noticed this big crater that I don't strictly remember before. Now it looks to me, and I'm no expert, but it looks to me like what a warhead going off looks like. It's possible, I suppose, that maybe somehow the ridgeline, maybe my solar panel bumped it, so it was causing like server performance, and admin came over and just bzzed away the hillside here. But I don't know, because I thought voxel hands tended to look smoother. This kind of ribbed. So, yeah, I don't know what that means. I mean, it's a good thing the explosion didn't blow up the base, if an explosion it was. But yeah, my guess is maybe someone stumbled upon me here. So, I think that's a good reason to get this thing built and maybe moving and get out of here. Which is going to be a real trick, because I still don't know where platinum is. Well, I guess for starters, I can't remember if I ordered this stuff up before. So we'll just do that now. If I can get the sort of main bit there, I can hold on the batteries for a second, but I'll get the main bit there going, then maybe go and scout out and see if I can't find myself some platinum. Because ideally, I'd make this thing with ion thrust since I'm starting on the moon. Maybe give it a hydrogen booster just to, get it moving. But I should be able to get it lifted off and get out of here with just power, like just electricity. And then from there I can figure out what else I need. My main reasoning for wanting to go with ion, aside from just the, the convenience, is as I noticed when I was down doing some just, random ice mining, I don't actually have a huge ice vein down there. There's plenty of it for, my personal needs. And probably enough that I could fuel a ship, at least initially. But I'm definitely going to need to make a tunnel down there to get it out. And I don't know if there's going to be enough to really do much, because a large grid, large tank, which is what I'd want to put on there, it takes a lot of fuel. Oh, let's decide to produce things on the survival kit, which is not what I would have done. Let's stop all that. Can I tell the survival kit not to be used for production? No. That's odd. I wonder why it defaulted there. Well. Let's go ahead and get whatever bits I need put in there, and then I should be able to queue up the rest. Oh, I know why that's happening. I forgot. Stop it, you. I forgot I turned stuff off when I leave. So those things need to come back on. Is there anything else important? I don't think so. I think everything else is on except for stuff on the ship, which I can get momentarily. Okay, there we go. Now we're using the right thing. And how long is my battery going to last while doing that? Oh. Recharged in -4 seconds, which is an odd way of saying I think it's full. So we're actually, at the moment, fully powering our production just with the solar panels. That's good. Well, if that's the case, this thing has an ore detector. Yes, it does. I think we need to go out. I still don't actually know. I don't actually know that platinum is on the moon. I thought it was. Yeah, let's have a seat in here and consult my engineering handbook here. Okay, so it looks like there is a little bit of platinum ore on the moon. Not a ton, but there is some. It's actually not a ton of all ores. I don't understand exactly what those mean, but we know there is platinum. Ship? Do ship things? Does that work? Yes, it does. Okay. So, right, I don't have a ton of fuel on this thing, so I'm gonna have to be somewhat sparing. I think my method here is I'll just kind of coast around and find spots like that. Essentially manually fly so that hopefully I don't use a ton of fuel. Which is always a real danger when playing in a server where I can lag out and end up crashing into the ground with no dampeners on. Okay, well there's an ore marking here. Is my ore detector on? No. That would explain my trouble. Well, there's more ice. You know, maybe it's not a bad idea to add at least one hydrogen booster initially. Because if I have access to, you know, more ice, I should be able to use that to... I can at least fill up a tank, have it there as needed, and, you know, it would be handy, especially considering I want to make this thing fast. Ion doesn't tend to be fast. Okay, nickel, cobalt, iron, have all that at home. Platinum. Alright. Well, that was easier to find than I thought it would be. I wonder what the elemental sign for platinum is. I'm just gonna assume it's that. Alright. I think I may even have enough juice to at least get a hole drilled to this. Where is it? It's way down there. It looks like I forgot to build lights onto this vehicle. So I guess I just have to use my own. Hello, world. Use my own suit lights through the cockpit. Alright. Fast approaching. That may be just the edge of it. Let's... Oh, well, that's definitely it. Let's try and clear out a bit of room around. So I can at least, you know, maneuver down here. Look at that life. I'll have to blur the chat box if they decide to get up to unturned content. Okay. Ooh. It's hard to keep balance down here. I think I have enough juice to mine some of this. So let's turn those on. And I think I determined somewhere here or otherwhere I do probably need controls for those two. Because unfortunately, my idea of just turning off the sorters didn't work. Can't remember if that was filmed anywhere or not. Oh, I also wanted to add a cargo monitoring something or another. There are probably a lot of things I need to do to this machine. I guess. I mean... Whoop. I've mined all the platinum I can have. Yeah. I mean, it's not a super complex miner, but I guess I should probably keep this thing around. Because it will work in space for asteroids and whatnot. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a little mining ship, just so I don't have to try and mine with the big ship. Granted, I could probably just mine with the big ship, and it would probably be quicker, especially on asteroids. I don't know, this thing's kind of growing on me. Put a little armor around some of it, you know, make it a little pretty. So, back home. Can I... Okay, so the refinery's still working on cobalt. The platinum has gone in somewhere. I think it's getting pulled out. Where's the platinum going? So I was looking at my drill. Oh, I'm a doofus. I was looking at the cockpit inventory. So the cockpit's full. The miner barely has any platinum. I forgot it had cargo on it as well. Well, I guess, you know, it was a test run. I have the mine available. I probably needed some fuel anyway. Which, speaking of, do I have any ice left? Oh yeah, I do. I should probably tell those to fill up. And maybe have a group. In fact, while I'm here... let's go ahead and improve this thing. So, I guess first let's see how our production is going. We're out of resources. Okay. Well, I'll weld up what I can of this stuff, and then I think probably upgrade the mine. Oh, I'm not going to be able to upgrade the miner either, am I? Let's turn off all this stuff for production for now. If I go to my refinery and switch it to the stone... Okay, that's all the stone I have on the station. I should be able to chew on that a bit. Get enough stuff that I can upgrade the miner electronically, and then I can go and get some iron. And then we'll just kind of build the rest of that when I get back. Okay. So, 2 event controllers. Do I do... Yeah, I think I'll do a timer block as well. So with those three things, I should be able to set up... Ooh, don't remember it being quite so jiggly. But I should be able to set up some useful sort of functionality. Oh, where's this event controller? Oh, right, that's on my generator. Okay. So this will be the cargo... Oh, I need to add lights as well for this. Just reading chat. So apparently people are looking around for zone chips. Someone went to a station by the moon. I bet that's that one there. That's kind of interesting. So if I want, I may be able to encounter people by going to some of the lunar... Well, to some of the stations around, because they seem to be popular. Now, so for this... Ooh, that'll work perfect. So, I need one of these. So if I stick this on like that, I can have this on here like a little wing mirror. Then, we'll call this cargo LCD. So, what I'm doing here, I need something visual that will indicate when my cargo's full. I can use the event controller to detect that, but I need something for the event controller to do. And I think the best way to do that will be a little sign that's visible from my cockpit while drilling that just kind of alerts me. So let's kind of position it and make it red just so it's clear. Alright, well the A-pillar's kind of in the way, but yeah, it gets the point across. So, if I go to my cargo event controller, cargo filled, I want to select the drill, because the drill will push all of its cargo out of itself, so it'll fill up last of everything on the ship. And when it is, let's go 90% full, I want it to turn on that. Otherwise, turn that off. So, turn that off now. And that should, once we start drilling, once we're full, that sign will come on, warning me that my drill is nearly full, and that it's time to go home. Now, the next thing I want is to make this event controller my docking controller. So what this will do, it will trigger when the connector connects, and I guess it'll be that connector, probably. And, you know, I may be able to do this without a timer block. Let's see. And it'll be easier to do if I'm not connected to the ship or station. Which, well, I no longer am, but my tanks were on stockpile, which is why I just kind of fell. Good thing it's moon gravity. So, when my connector connects, which I'll do from the hotbar, I want it to turn off the gyro, otherwise it's on. Yeah, we can do this without the timer block. I don't care about this thing being proper. Ideally, I would have all of these thrusters on their own individual hotbar to toggle off or on. But that's really only important if this were like, you know, a ship I intend to duplicate and print multiple times, and I'd have a bunch, you know, all connected up together. And you want to do it that way for a ship like that, for a sort of mass production ship, because groups will, you know, they will contain all the groups. So if I make a ship, blueprint it, print it off, and it relies on a thruster group to turn on and off the thrusters, if I have like 3 of those ships docked to one thing, I hit the thrusters in one ship, all the thrusters on all the ships turn on. That's not ideal most of the time, so it's a good practice when you can to just, you know, do them all individually. But I don't have that kind of time, and frankly I don't think it's going to matter much. So, when I connect, turn off the thrusters, otherwise on, switch to the third action. I'll have it turn on stockpile when it connects and turn off stockpile when it disconnects. I can have it turn those off and on. Turn these off and on. Is there anything else on board this thing? I already have... Oh, I do not have the ore detector, so off, on. Oh, I'm probably gonna want headlights on this thing. So let's... Where we stick a light there. And a light there, just for sort of situational awareness. Should be able to stick this down here. Probably won't be super great because it's below the drill, but that plus my headlight should give me enough visibility to know what I'm doing. And we'll make a group called Minor Lights. Let's set these up. And this up. And then I just have my group, so off when I connect, on when I disconnect. That should be perfect. I guess we can just test this and see what happens. So I should see, just on my hotbar here, well, all the thrusters and lights should turn off, and then the sorting system stuff, I guess it'll stay off, so... Yeah, looks right. Thrusters are off, the tanks are blue, which means they're on stockpile. Oh, I probably want the battery to do battery things. That's a good thing to have on the hotbar. Oh. That's convenient I named it minor battery, because otherwise I would not know which one it was. So, the trick I found with batteries in this setup, because you don't have like, well, you do have recharge on and off, but they aren't separate, so you can't have it turn on here, turn off here, without the potential for it flip-flopping. But, if you have recharge on off in your first slot, which is the when connected action, then it'll turn the battery on to recharge. And for the second one, you have enable auto, which puts it on to the sort of auto mode, which, you know, is I guess the default for batteries. So that sort of works like a recharge on, recharge off that shouldn't be able to get stuck backwards and cause all kind of annoyance. Night has fallen, so I guess we launch again and see if we can't get some actual... I guess I should see if that platinum is processing at all, because I may not actually be able to produce or to process platinum in this refinery. Yeah, it doesn't look it. Okay, well, let's offload then. Then I guess I should go and get some iron from that iron deposit I have. Yeah, that iron deposit's probably gonna be what I need the most of to get all this other stuff built. Ooh. Okay, on goes the cargo light. Don't know why it became so twitchy there. But, yeah. Looks like we're pretty much full of iron and no stone. Perfect. Yeah, I got the fuel. Let's go on a little adventure. I'm kind of surprised, aside from, well, you know, the mysterious new crater next to my base, which may or may not have actually been a person. I'm surprised I've not seen more signs of inhabitants here on the moon. I mean, you know, I get it's not the most scenic place in the universe, but I would have really thought that, you know, a couple people would have visited. Ooh, another glamour suit. I guess most people start their journeys on Earth and, you know, you got more exciting places to go than just the moon. Can I don't think I need... I can access it here. I don't know if I'll ever need this canvas, but, you know, it might be nice to have. Alright. Now we are homeward bound. I think with that, I may go ahead and, a bit of a risk, but I may go ahead and end this episode. I think, yeah, I can just see the solar panels from here, I think. That's probably not a good sign for, staying hidden, actually. That stands out like a sore thumb. No wonder someone tried to blow it up. But yeah, made some progress, got some resources, improved the miner, made some plans that I can hopefully act on in the future. So yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. Consider becoming a member with that little join button. You can watch me try not to crash into the solar panels. And until next week, bye-bye.